Okay, cool. Yeah, anyway, your Postgres background, so I'm sure you will again enjoy this session. Okay, so once you hear like what is this Redshift and how it has designed, then you will, yeah, I mean, you will know. Okay, so those Postgres people know already. I mean, at least 50% or even 60%. But some advanced things like performance optimization and the backups and the reusages, the capacity planning, scaling. So those things, I mean, need to learn. Okay, but basic stuff like system tables, SQL, yeah, that is same. Okay, but still some new catalog tables are all introduced that you need to know. Yeah, just pay the attention. You will become okay. As expert like me. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm a talented. I'm right? I already 15 years of experience. Last 5 years I'm AWS Redshift architect. Okay, so I work for multiple clients and yeah, as a architect. So yeah, I worked with fixing all kinds of issues. Okay, whatever the issue may be, I can just fix it on my fingertips. So let's see, you will enjoy the session. Okay, so then what I do is I'll just quickly take you from basics. Okay, because in the interview you are asked about basics also. So I'll just quickly take you from the basics. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, because that is very important. Okay, so
Krishna, just checking, like, would you talk about that? What would you be covering all these training sessions, or did you already talked about that? What would be, then if you can give a 5-minute overview of what exactly you will be covering?
Yes. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, I will. Yeah, please feel free to ask any questions that you have. Okay, so don't hesitate. Okay, I'm very open. Okay, and in fact, it's like a friendly discussion, so don't worry. Yeah. So what we cover everything in AWS Redshift. Okay. So and of course we cover even beyond what is supposed to be learned as part of AWS. Okay, so actually as part of AWS, if you learn this, that is enough. I mean, this is what AWS is about. Introduction to data warehousing. Then that's what I said. I will cover from that. Now I will cover from even databases. Okay, not just data warehouse. Databases, primary key, foreign key, then OLTP systems, OLAP systems, on-premises data warehouse, then cloud data warehouse. In cloud data warehouse, we'll start with Redshift. Okay, so and then of course creating your own AWS account. Okay, and then of course creating role and creating your own Redshift cluster, and of course Redshift architecture in detail. Okay, very detailed about how the data processing will happen. Okay, what are the different node types are available. Okay, so yeah, so I mean, maybe since you are no new, maybe you may not know each and every term, but yeah, so but focus on these subjects like architecture. Okay, and performance features, yes, massive parallel processing, columnar storage, compression. Okay, and yeah, best practices. I mean, these are different types of design techniques like sort case, distribution styles, and all. And okay, data loading and unloading. Yeah, this is very. In fact, I will tell you. Okay, I will highlight you which is the backbone of the entire concept. Okay, so just pay attention to my session, or if you are missing, just pay the videos. Okay, just listen 2-3 times. And data loading and unloading is the backbone of the session, because when you are migrating from one particular database to other databases, these are the things actually does the job. Okay, so basically here we'll be covering copy and download of the AWS Redshift. Okay, and then workload management, like how do you handle workloads when you have multiple workloads running with ETL jobs, BI jobs, analytical jobs, ad hoc queries, and everything running. How do you manage the priority? Okay, and how do you manage the system resources or system performance through workload management? So yeah, if you know like workload management, you may be in Teradata or in other databases, it will be easy, but still no problem. Okay, I will make sure like how to understand and how it will work here. And this is about Redshift Spectrum. Maybe anyone who knows Redshift, they may have heard about Spectrum, like what is a Spectrum and all. This is also one of the feature and most widely used in Redshift Spectrum. Okay, so and then of course system tables and views. So those who are from PZ, I mean like Postgres, they know already PZ tables and PZ catalog tables. But since Redshift customized the Postgres and introduced some additional things. So it will come up with some new tables. Those are called STL tables and STV tables and all. So we will be covering them. And because we are using these tables to get the metrics from the system, like how the queries are running. Okay, so what are the currently running queries? What are the completed queries? And what is the disk utilization? What is the CP and IV? I mean, those things will be querying from this only. Okay, so then of course Amazon Redshift pricing, like how the cost, okay, forecasting, capacity planning, everything will be covered here. Okay, like based on your source database or based on your current on-premises database. Okay, how do you forecast or or how do you forecast both in with respect to performance as well as storage? Okay, capacity planning. So what type of node types we should use and what is the cost you're supposed to get during the monthly bill and how to reduce the cost. Okay, so cost optimization. Of course, we cover both cost optimization as well as system query optimization. Both we will be covering. And Amazon Redshift management. Yeah, this is like okay about this is snapshots. Okay, how do you manage the snapshots? Snapshots means backup and costs associated with backups. And yeah, how do you manage the snapshots? Okay, like how to delete them, how to create them, how to move from one cluster to another cluster. Yeah, so or even all from one region to another region. Everything about the snapshots. Snapshots means backups. Okay, so everything is just a click of a button. So I'll be telling you. Then performance optimization. This in fact, if you are planning, okay, like I mean, become an expert. Yes, this should be in fact it should be handy. And once you know all of those things, then only this you can focus 360-degree angle. Okay, every aspect will be covering in performance optimization. Okay, so that whatever the problem, it may be due to query or it may be due to system, it may be due to nodes, or it may be due to workloads or anything, we should be able to identify and troubleshoot the issue and address the issue. So that is in fact highlight of the entire session. Of course, then of course hands-on will be there even throughout every session. So that's what. Is that fine?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Krishna,
Yeah.
are we gonna
And
get any material end of this course? I mean, any
yes,
like a copy or
yeah, definitely, right. Definitely, I'll be giving you everything, okay,
anything?
so that
Okay,
you can just right away get started your work. Even I'll be giving you, I mean, I'll be giving you whatever is prepared by AWS support team, okay. Even if you reach them for any help, what they give, I'll be giving them, okay, because they are publicly available, okay, for our troubleshooting and for our proceeding.
okay. And one more thing, are we gonna cover any kind of storage or data lakes or anything like that? Because while using the loading methods, are we gonna use any storage units or anything?
Yeah, definitely. When we are working with loading means
Yeah,
definitely we'll be like we need to know right where are our source files are residing or where is our target files are residing. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Storage will be
Okay,
there like S3. Okay? S3 will be there.
sure.
Simple
Yeah,
storage service we will be using. Yeah, that will be there. In fact, S3, IAM will touch all of them. You will know actually how your real time you will work with the entire setup here itself. Okay,
sure.
so when we say Redshift, it's not just alone. Even any software, any project, or any technology work, it's not just alone, right? Similarly, here also, it's not just alone. We have to work with S3, we have to work with IAM. So yeah, those things we will touch, and I will tell you that as well.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah, Krishna, one question, Krishna, if you don't mind.
yeah, please.
So this one is like, Redshift, right? Most of the places, like, from the data warehousing. So analytical, so we can develop with the help of any tools Tableau or Power BI or industrial tools, right? So are you going to cover that part also? How we are going to pull the data from to analytical generating the reports?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good question. Actually, I mean, everyone, actually, why we are developing the or why we are maintaining the data warehouse is basically for the BI analytics. Okay. So that is why he has asked this question. Yeah. So BI analytics means Microsoft Power BI or Tableau. Of course, AWS has its own tool like QuickSight. Okay. So yeah. Uh, Actually, if you want, I can guide you on that as well. Like, I mean, which tool you're, I mean, do you have any tool that you're in your mind?
The tool is called right now industrial is going through with Tableau, right? The Tableau is the one of the leading tool right now, because the Tableau, why I mentioned it, Tableau is executive level reporting only, executive dashboards, right? If you want to develop any lower level reporting, maybe we can use the different tools. Uh, some I don't know which tools they have industry right now in top of my head, but is it possible where we can pull analytical from there, if we cover that part also, maybe something maybe we can easily to understand where we can pull the data also.
Yeah. Rao, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, yeah, I'll tell you. In fact, since I have exposed it, so I can understand. Yeah, actually, Redshift is a data warehouse. So actually, basically the job of the Redshift engineers is to load the data into warehouse. But the actual thing comes after loading data warehouse. What you will do is, and different people like the top level management or executives, actually they use this data for the reporting. So yeah, generally the tablet is one of the tool, but here we use QuickSight. I mean, AWS has its own BI tool that is called QuickSight. So if you want some help, okay, maybe if you are using, or if you want to practice using QuickSight, I can help you that. I mean, like how to connect to Redshift, or how to connect to S3, or how to connect even from like Excel, CSV files and generate your dashboard. I can just help you. Okay, but you see, there are many BI tools. If you have that setup like Power BI or something, I mean, if you want my assistance, like how to connect to Redshift and pull the data, I can help you that. Okay, or if you want to play in the AWS environment itself, you can use QuickSight tool, because anyway we are going to create AWS account, so you can use any service. So you can use QuickSight tool. It's a BI tool again, visualization tool like Tableau. So I mean, directly you can connect your cluster and get your data, I mean tables, and do whatever reporting you want. So yeah, if you want any specific on that, I can give you Raw. And here again, I'm telling to everyone, if you need any specific like Raw has this particular specific, I'll be helping you on that. Okay, but that can be like one-to-one. Okay, maybe we can have a separate session.
Thank you,
Okay,
Krishna.
so basically,
Thank you so much.
yeah, yeah, sure, sir. Okay, yeah, cool. So please, because people will have different requirement, okay, for which they come. So that I'll be supporting. We can have, okay, so one-to-one session, especially during weekends. Okay, and of course you will get my email address and phone number also, WhatsApp number. Anytime you can just call me, and I am there just a phone call away to assist you even in the middle of your production events. Okay, I can just fix it. I mean, that is my expert level. So, or you can just consult me like a friend you check in case of any urgency. Okay, so be assured of that. Okay, cool. So yeah, actually, since yeah, yeah, I know.
Yeah, regarding in real time for Redshift, we will be having both migration project as well as support project, or everything will be a migration project.
You see, actually, you see, even in on-premises also there are different projects, right? I mean, beginning when you see when you're moving to cloud, the initial project is called migration project. Okay, so because they are migrating from on-premises to cloud. Once after they migrate to cloud, so general ETLs will run. Okay, general data loading will happen. That is like our general ETL projects on the on-premises. So okay, after that again, okay, maintenance will be there. Again, like BI dashboarding will be there. They are all same, but here it's migration. So cloud migration will be there. That is the initial phase of the project. But how that will happen? Yes, that we will be covering as part of that data loading and unloading. Okay, so in migration, that's what they do. How do they migrate their data from on-premises to cloud? Okay, that I will tell you with the architecture of itself.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So after migrating, there will be a continuous support project in Redshift, correct?
Continuous.
Support.
Yeah, definitely. That is also will be there. Our jobs will run regularly, right? In the production, like we'll have daily jobs, weekly jobs, monthly jobs. Yeah, that will be there. Yeah, that jobs will be there. Okay, that is there even on premises or even cloud also.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, because maybe you are from mainframe, so yeah, that you see this same job we are doing will be same even with any technology. Okay, yeah, because otherwise software people they should sustain, right? Yeah, there will be ongoing jobs will be running, there will be ongoing support will be doing. If there are any failures we should be fixing, yeah, these will be there.
Okay.
Okay, so see, the BI analytics reporting will be there. Okay, so but now it is done from cloud data warehouse, that's all. Earlier it was from on-premises data warehouse they are doing dashboarding, but now they do from the cloud data. Only thing is that you put your data warehouse in the cloud. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, all these things will be covered. Okay, so every day you can just ask as per the concept that we are covering. Okay,
Okay.
Krishna
yeah,
Prasad here. Just would like to know what is the difference between AWS Glue and the Redshift. What way they are differ? They differ. Is it the only the data warehousing technology or no? Some difference is there.
okay, cool. Yeah, Durga Prasad, yeah, you know
Yeah.
yeah, so anyone who actually earlier we are called some ETL developers, means those people who are working with ETL tools like Informatica, DataStage, Initio. So yeah, so those people we call them ETL developers, right? So those are the
Yeah.
ETL tools they are used to connect to sources and extract into stage and then do some transformations and then load it into target, which is the data warehouse. But
Yes.
as the time changes, now no more designation like ETL developer. Okay, now they are called data engineers. Okay, so
Yeah.
data engineers, now we are not even using the ETL tools. Okay, so and
Okay.
now what we are using is in AWS cloud we are using Glue. Glue is a cloud ETL. Okay, so
Okay.
basically Glue we use even doing the same thing like what other ETLs are doing, like extract, transform and load. So Glue, what it will do is it will connect to the sources. Okay, it will do all the transformations in the Glue and then it will load it into target. So the same thing that you are doing ETL tools earlier like Informatica, DataStage, Initio, you will be doing with Glue. Okay, and so
Okay.
like for ETL tools target is some data warehouse, right? Like that for Glue also target will be Redshift, which is a data warehouse. So definitely you
Okay.
should know, like yeah, because in target you should be having tables, DDLs. Okay, so definitely you should know about your target system.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Durga Prasad.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So let us start. Okay. So yeah, our training is Redshift. Now let me tell what is the Redshift. Very straightforward question. What is the Redshift? Redshift is a cloud data warehouse. Simple definition. Redshift. Anyway, I will go in detail definition also, but for now, on the fly, what is the Redshift? It's a cloud data warehouse. Okay, cool. Okay, then what is a data warehouse? Data warehouse means it's a place where huge volumes of data is stored. Okay, so it's like go down, you know, if you go to some shoe shop, they will have some display items. If you want a particular size, they'll say that, sir, we need to go to some, our warehouse or go down, right? So in case of items, they'll call go down. Of course, go down and warehouse they use interchangeably. Okay, so but the meaning is that it is the place where huge quantity of goods are sold. Since here it's data, so it's a data warehouse. Means it's the place where huge volumes of data is stored. Okay. Okay. Cool. So that is data warehouse. Okay. Earlier. Okay. Earlier everything is on premises. Okay. Earlier everything is on premises. See here, on premises. Okay. You have on-premises data warehouse like Oracle, Teradata, MySQL, everything on-premises. What does it mean on-premises? On-premises means, you see, we are all working people. So on-premises means when we go to office, there is some server room. Okay, so they will purchase servers. Okay, they will purchase the cables. They will rent that room, and they will hire the network engineers. They will hire the system engineers, and they will set up the whole setup, and they will run their system running from there. Okay, in their premises means on their office premises. So that means how many things he has to buy and how much maintenance he has to do. He has to hire the network engineers, he has to hire the system engineers, he has to rent a place, he has to buy the cables, he has to buy the high-end CPUs and GPUs for the server room. And after all, he has to maintain all the system engineers and the network engineers. And again, what is today latest technology or best CPUs and GPUs are not best things after 5 years or 4 years. For example, take your smartphone. What is the best smartphone today? It definitely is not a smartphone after 3 years. We are just changing our phones every 3 years and 4 years. Then similarly, these people, they may buy some new hardware right now, but that's not updated hardware after 4 years. So they have to again replace their entire hardware, okay, to meet their performance requirements after 3-4 years. So that means how much expenditure they are spending. So what companies like AWS they made is, or they decided is, okay, so this is called renovation. So they thought, like, why all these people should invest all this thing and go all these same struggle. So what they did is, we will have the server rooms. Okay, let them use on the usage basis. Okay, like we use our telephone bill, postpaid Airtel bill. Can we maintain like telephone poles and all? Like, definitely no, right? We cannot have the telephone like poles and all. We cannot run the whole system. But we can take some 300 plan or 299 plan, whatever it is, and we can use the services. Similarly, power bill, we cannot maintain powerhouses and grids and all, power grid and all, but we can use this because the government they can maintain that, and we can use and we can pay as per. But even then, electricity bill, even you use it or don't use it, you will get minimum bill. And similarly, telephone bill also, once you took some plan, means whether you use it or you don't use it, you have to pay that much amount. But in case of cloud, it's not like that. If you use it, then only you will get the bill, and then only uh, you will pay. If you don't use it, you don't get even 0 paisa, and there is no minimum charge or anything like that. So actually AWS has actually started this idea, and yeah, it has many data centers all over the globe. Okay, so, and as part of that, Redshift also, cloud service is the Redshift. It has come up. Okay. So what is the idea is, they will have the servers, and anyone who want to use their data warehouse, they can use these services, and they can pay amount whatever bill that generates. And you people can get started just in 2 minutes. Generally, on premises you have to start means, oh my god, there is a lot of planning and lot of procurement, lot of hiring. Oh my god, lot of things, a lot of energy you need to spend on that. But it is just 2 minutes job. You just create AWS account and launch your cluster. I will show you all those things, and within 5 minutes you can get started. So that means it made job easy even for both the customers, for any customers. Okay, so now yeah, right now even every, okay, now I'll tell you one very good example. Earlier you see, initially when the demonetization or even before that, Paytm has come into the market first, right? Paytm. And after that, what happened? All other competitors came like Google Pay, Phone Pay, and all. But Paytm could not face the competition from Phone Pay and Google Pay. Now what happened? Phone Pay and Google Pay became the leaders in the online payments or through your scan code. So now, so definitely when you invent something, competitors will come. So when AWS come up with the cloud services, definitely the other people like Google and Microsoft, they also thought, okay, I mean, let us follow. I mean, that is common scenario. Okay, even you see, if you start a business, immediately somebody will start the same business just opposite you or just beside you. So the same thing. So, but AWS Redshift has already grabbed the market. 80% of the market is AWS cloud. 80%. Okay, and it is going with super speed. Okay, and customers are rapidly increasing. Of course, Google and Azure also started. They both together have another 20% market, but they are also yeah going. But this is, as I said, they have to meet the market with their innovation and all. Why Paytm failed? Why Paytm failed is because in Paytm money is not getting credited to bank, which is definitely not a very good option for us, right? But in Phone Pay and Google Pay, it was creating directly into bank account. Of course, nowadays Paytm also creating into bank, but by the time already market is grabbed by Phone Pay and Google Pay. So that's what these people should be very careful. So of course AWS is very very innovative, and it has, I mean, it is rapidly innovating, and it has all services across all technologies and for all IT services. So that is the reason it has 80% of the cloud market. And yeah, so 80% of the market means there is a lot of job market outside even for us. Okay, so there is a lot of demand is there. Okay, now, okay, so now we are saying about on-premises databases and cloud database. Okay, cloud data. So that means whatever we are doing on-premises, now it will be done using cloud. Okay, in cloud means what? You see, for example, you're using telephone bill or current bill, means if any problem with the like powerhouse or power grid, you don't bother about. They will take care. Similarly, if there is any, okay, current you are using Airtel, there is some problem with some line, you don't worry about, the service provider will take care. Similarly what happens when you use cloud? Okay, you don't have to worry about, okay, your planning or how to start your data warehouse or how to purchase hardware. Okay, and you don't have to worry about patching, versioning, upgrading, all those stuff. Okay, and auto scaling of your storage, and you don't have to hire system admins, network admins. That is, you don't even bother about. You just launch your cluster and use it. Okay, so that means how much burden is removed for the customers. In fact, that is the reason everyone is moving. Otherwise, you see, for example, we are working from last 15 years or 10 years. For example, even someone working with, even let's say when he is working with mainframe from last 15 years, he must have seen so many versions in the mainframe. Okay, and if someone is working on even some Oracle, they must have seen like Oracle 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or some RA rack or track, whatever it may be. For example, I have worked on Teradata from last 13 years. I have seen V2R5, V2R6, Teradata 12, 13, 14, 15, 15.10, 16, 16.10, 17, 17.10 right now. So many versions. So, and every time there is, we have to do, I mean, version upgrade, patch upgrade, or even so we have to do the hardware upgrade. Hardware upgrade means nodes increasing. Okay, as your data storage is increasing, I mean, it's again big task. You have to plan. Okay, you have to decide the dates, and you have to hold all your jobs for that day, and then you complete your hardware upgrade, and then test it, and then release your jobs, and you have to do catch up the whatever jobs you put on hold. So lot of planning and these things we have to do. But hardware upgrade is just 5 minutes job here in cloud. If you want to add more nodes, just add, and without making the system down. Just it will hardly take some 50, yeah, it will take some 14 minutes. I will tell you that comes under a resizing of the cluster. Okay, so without having your jobs or system to go down, you can just scale your cluster to whatever nodes you want to increase. Amazing things. Earlier, that scaling or adding nodes is a big task. It's like mini project. Okay, adding nodes and all. And again, if you add nodes means again you have to like more cost and all. Okay, even storage also here. Storage will automatically scale here. So yeah, there are all these features made the customer's job easy. For after all, what a customer wants, tell me what customer wants. What customer wants is number one. If I go to cloud, does this cloud meet my performance requirements? Means, does my jobs meet the SLA? That is his first question. Yes, in fact, the jobs on cloud can give a millisecond performance and microsecond performance. Okay, so yeah, the jobs which are running like a few seconds in other databases, they are completing here even in milliseconds. So that is actually impressing for the customer. And second one, okay, if you meet my performance requirements, then what is the next question? What is the cost associated with that? Right now I'm paying $100, let's say. Then for meeting the same, how much I would be paying in the cloud? The surprising thing is that if you're paying 100 rupees, if you move to cloud, you will be paying 1/10 of that cost. You will hardly pay 1/10 of that cost. Means 1/10 means we are paying 100 rupees, you will be paying here some 10 rupees. It's again interesting and exciting point to the customer. Oh, really? 1/10 of the cost? Yeah, right now, for on-premises software and all, they're paying lot of money. Why they're making a lot of money? Because they have to they have to hire the server room, they have to hire the, okay, system admins, network admins, they have to hire they have to purchase the like CPUs, GPUs and all, okay, and ongoing maintenance. And they have to do all these things. But here there's nothing like that. So 1/10 of the cost you will be paying if you migrate to cloud. And okay, if it meets my performance and if my cost is like 1/10, then what about the maintenance? Means, do I need to do anything like version upgrade, hardware upgrade, software upgrade, or do I need to do anything from my end? Answer is no, absolutely no. You least bother about it. Why should he bother about? Because then what is the use of cloud service provider? So they will be taken care by the cloud service provider only. That means customer is very happy. Oh, really? We don't want to, in fact, we don't want to worry about it, and it's good that we are not involved in that. We only worried about our performance and our cost, and which is really, as expected, okay, or even beyond expected. So, and more than that, we don't have to involve with this purchasing hardware or maintenance like OS upgrades and patch upgrades. So we are happy. That is the reason all the people nowadays moving to cloud. Everyone, beginning from small startups, very minor companies to major enterprises, they are moving to cloud. Okay, so because of these benefits. Okay, so performance is, it's giving millisecond performance. Cost is 1/10 of the cost. What else you want? And there is no other burden like, okay, maintaining, purchasing hardware, and no versioning, upgrading, patching, nothing. So definitely, it's a plus point for the customer. We also don't want that. So okay, cool. Okay, so so these are the points just to say why should a customer should move to the cloud. Okay, so those are the points. Yeah, why a customer should migrate to cloud, because you are getting better performance and you are getting the least price, and there is no headache, okay, of upgrading, scaling, versioning, and all those things. Yes. Okay. So before going to the cloud, okay, AWS Redshift, as I already said, how the cloud data warehouse came. Cloud data warehouse came from on-premises data warehouse. Okay, how the data warehouse came? Data warehouse came from databases. So I'm just telling the basics, okay, so that if there is any lag from anyone, so that it will be like covered. Okay, so cloud data warehouse came from on-premises data, because earlier we are running on-premises data warehouse. Okay, on-premises data warehouse came from databases, right? So now, what is the databases? Okay, so database, earlier we know the databases like Oracle, MySQL, okay, Sybase, DB2, Postgres, RDS. Okay, these are all different databases. Okay, so they are called relational databases. Relational means relational database management systems. Okay, RDBMS. Okay, I will tell you what is mean by relational. So actually, okay, then what is a database? Database means it's a collection of data. Okay, collection of data, and the data is stored in terms of rows and columns or in terms of tables. Okay, just quick synopsis I am giving. Okay, just so that everyone will be in sync.
We are capturing only structured data, not
Yes, yes,
unstructured.
yes.
So
In
we are
databases, yes, yes.
okay.
In databases, again, yeah, that limitation also is there. Okay, only structured data it will capture, and that is stored with respect to rows and columns and all. Okay, yes, and databases, they can hardly store some gigabytes of data, or maybe some a few terabytes, not many terabytes, only something like 1000 GB or 1 TB, 2 TB like that. After that, it cannot give same performance. For example, you have 120cc bike, and if you have like 3 people get in, even you give whatever accelerator, it will not go, right? It will move, but it will not go with expected speed. Same thing. Just because database is there, you can add any amount of data. It may be available, but it cannot give the same performance that you are expecting. Okay, so if you want to have 3 people, then you should go for a higher cc bike, or you should go with a Bullet or Royal Enfield. Okay, which has the capacity to hold you and take you with same speed. Okay, similarly, if you want to have like more storage and you want to meet same performance, then actually the databases cannot accommodate. So, and as the data increasing, okay, because we are not, companies are not compromising on the performance. Okay, still they want their reports to be completed within the SLA. So 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 that's where the data warehouse part came into picture. Okay, so data in data warehouse, data will be stored, even history data will be stored. Even they maintain 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of data will be there. So when they are maintaining such a huge data, okay, so definitely their performance should be is not compromised. So their performance also they should get. So that's where the data warehouse came into picture. Okay, although they are maintaining history like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, okay, they should get good performance. So that's where the data warehouse. Data warehouse means it's the place where huge volumes of data is stored, and it can store like terabytes, 1000 terabytes, 2000 terabytes, and petabytes. Of course, 1000 terabytes means petabyte. Okay, like that many petabytes it can store, and it can give the same performance that you are expecting. Okay, cool. Then okay, then what are the on-premises data warehouses? On-premises data warehouses are like Oracle data warehouse, Teradata. Teradata is the leading data warehouse on-premises, and of course Microsoft SQL Server. These are the major data warehouses on-premises. Okay, so then cloud data warehouse. Now we see after AWS come up with that innovation, what they did after that, Google has come up with their cloud, and Oracle, Azure has come up with their cloud. I'll tell you a very nice joke here. Joke means not joke, but very, very relevant. You see, after Paytm came, PhonePe came, and Google Pay came. Nowadays, Everypay came. Everypay came means Airtel Pay came. Even WhatsApp Pay came. Okay. Of course, Amazon Pay came. Everyone is putting their own pay, right? Similarly, when AWS cloud has come, initially, after that, Google Cloud came and Azure Cloud came. Now every cloud is coming. Why? Because otherwise they cannot sustain. I will tell you. I will tell you. You see, after Jio has reduced their data charges in India, other people they had to reduce their data charges. Otherwise, they will be out of the market. So when AWS has come up with the cloud and reduced the software cost drastically, and other people they have to move to the AWS cloud or they should introduce their own cloud. So that's where happening. So people are migrating to AWS cloud, and those who are the big shots of the people who has investment like Google and Microsoft, they have their own clouds. I mean, and people are also using, like I said, 20% of the market. And other people like Oracle, they are coming up with their own cloud. And of course, Oracle is again big company, so they're coming up with their own cloud. And Teradata, they don't have their own cloud, but they are using the infrastructure of AWS, Google, and all. Okay, that means they will pay their cloud, that AWS cloud and Google cloud, and that so that their cost is reduced. So they are reducing their cost to their customers. Otherwise, they will be out of their business. So like that. So totally what happening by somehow by going to cloud service provider or by providing their own cloud, they are reducing the cost to the customer. Yes, that is the reason nowadays every cloud is coming. Oracle cloud is coming, and many other clouds are coming. Even okay, so even Informatica cloud is also coming. VMware cloud is coming. SAP cloud is coming. Every cloud is coming. Otherwise, people will move out of their business. So yeah, I mean that is the way it is. Okay, so yeah, so cloud really made the cost easy for the customers. Okay,
Yeah,
so
Krishna, as sorry to interrupt you, as you mentioned it, right? The individual companies like Oracle, they have own cloud, and Informatica and Azure, and they have the different clouds, right? So now the Redshift, AWS Redshift, why customers are preferring, because the AWS have their own data warehousing called Redshift, right? If they have Oracle or any other companies, they have their own cloud, right? Why customer will prefer AWS Redshift instead of Teradata, or maybe other Oracle data warehousing? Why customers they choose an Redshift? What is the major advantage of using the Redshift?
okay, yeah, Rao, I mean you say that when even Oracle providing their own cloud, Teradata providing their cloud, why they are preferring AWS cloud? That's what your question.
That's true.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you see, uh, any customer, for example, Oracle has many customers. Let's say, yeah, definitely they have many customers. So every customer at that time, what happens? Oracle try to retain their customers. Okay, retain their customers. So whoever they can retain, they will be there. And other people, let's say, due to various reasons, okay. Especially AWS cloud provides millisecond and microsecond performance. That is the number one reason. Wrong. Okay, and what is your workloads are taking there, maybe a few minutes or few seconds, it's becoming millisecond and microsecond performance. That is the reason even I saw Teradata customers, people who are using Teradata from so many years, they migrated to Redshift. Okay, so performance is the main, and second one is cost is AWS cost is 1/3 of the other cloud service providers. You see, 1/10 of the on-premises and 1/3 of the other cloud service providers.
I
And
agree
these
with
two
you.
what customer? Yeah, got it right.
Yep, I got it, Krishna.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, that's what. So people will definitely they will see, does my job getting done with better quality and cheaper price? When they are getting that, then they have no problem, because nobody is giving anything for free. I mean, after all, we want our job to be done with best quality and yeah, with minimum possible price. Okay, cool. So yeah, these are the things we had discussed. Database, yeah, I mean these are the things we go in detail. Okay, so right now I just given some brief database basics. Okay, I will take you beginning from what is primary key, what is foreign key, those things I will go. Okay, So just now I only touched like what is database, but I will take you in detail like what is primary key, foreign key, and referential integrity, those things. Okay, just consider it as a refresh for you. Okay, don't get bored because the mixed audience is there. So then data warehouse basics will be there, and data warehouse basics also I will cover like OLTP, OLAP, okay, and Snowflake, facts, dimension, star schema, Snowflake schema, everything I will cover in detail, and what is different SCD type 1, type 2, type 3, those things, because these are the things we will be using in our real time. Hello, all of you, can you please drop your email address and phone number in the chat box? I think, can you please drop your email address and phone number in the chat window so that yeah, we don't miss you because we don't want to miss you. But don't worry, if you're not interested, we don't bother you. Okay, please drop your email address and phone number. Okay, so yeah, after that we'll be discussing SQL in detail. Okay, for example, if you know, if you're already working on some particular thing, yeah, we will be good. I mean, if you know any SQL, yeah, we are good here. And of course, we also see like how the admin works will be done in Redshift. And then Redshift also we'll discuss in detail like how to data loading and unloading will be done. Like all the contents that are showed in Redshift will be covering. And of course, finally we'll be covering like whatever you have specific requirements. I mean, based on your use case, we'll be discussing that. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll start. Okay, database basics. Okay, beginning from what is primary key, what is foreign key. Okay, and how the relationship is established between them and those details. I mean, we'll start at the same time tomorrow. Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
I wanted to ask how Redshift is different from Snowflakes, and if are we going to cover anything related to Snowflakes?
Who is this?
Tiamo.
Okay. You see, Snowflake is another cloud service provider. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like you know, like it's like Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure Cloud. Snowflake is another cloud service provider. So it's a different. But you know, every cloud service provider, okay, will have, I mean, almost similar architecture and SQLs will be same. But if you want anything specific, you can discuss with me. We can take care of in one-to-one session. But here, this is not Snowflake session. Okay, this is AWS Redshift session. Okay, but if you have some, like you're working with Snowflake and Redshift, then that particular use case we can work together.
No, I understand Redshift and Snowflake is different. I was just asking. Anyway, I already heard what you said.
We are not covering that. Yeah, to answer your question, yes, we are not touching the Snowflake.
Okay.
Here.
I get it.
Yep. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, sir. I think I'm done for today. Let's hope to meet tomorrow.
Krishna,
Thank you.
question for you. Krishna, I have a question, Krishna.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, right now, like when we are moving the moving data from on-prem to the cloud, right? AWS Redshift, right? So, for example, if you are using the Teradata, right? So you execute you use the ETL process on-prem to the cloud, right? ETL tool. But here you're moving the data from on-prem to the cloud, or we are going to use the tool called as you mentioned it, some ETL glue or something, AWS glue or something, you mentioned it, right?
Yeah, right.
So on premises to cloud, we are using AWS glue, right?
No,
ETL
no,
tool.
no. That's not true. Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. Rao, don't worry. Okay, I will tell you entire migration how it happens. Okay. So during migration, we don't touch the glue. Okay. There are other tools like DMS and SCT. Okay, be assured that you will become master, you will become a migration architect there. Okay, so during migration we don't use glue. Okay, glue actual migration project will be executed using DMS tool.
Which tool?
I mean database migration service. There is another service is there. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
But when we are
Sorry,
going,
I have
we are
actually
not, we are not.
sorry. Actually, I have another meeting. Okay, I mean I'm also working employee. Okay, I mean I have one customer meeting now, and sorry for interruption. I need to drop. Can we meet tomorrow? And now I'll give you my phone number or anything. Okay, we can talk. In fact, I'm happy to help you, but only today only I have this meeting. Tomorrow I can spend you more time, please.
So where can
Tomorrow
I
I can
get
spend
your
more
phone
time.
number? Where can I get your phone number and details?
No, you will get it tomorrow. You will get it tomorrow. Okay, after making the payment or whatever it is. Please reach out to those people. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow I can spend more time, sir. Today only one customer has certain meeting. I need to go
Thank you.
now.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Yeah,
Thank
yeah. Take care. Bye. Bye.